everyone. It's Saruchi from Faze.ca, and we're here with past Faze cover girl, Alyssa Reid. How are you, Alyssa?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. And your career has taken off like no tomorrow. How does it feel?
Overwhelming. It's been amazing, and I'm really excited that I get to be on my third record now. It's a pretty cool thing.
That's amazing. Let's take it a little back now. Where did this interest in music even begin from?
I've been interested in music and writing music since I can remember. I have videos of me being 3 years old and standing on tables putting on shows, so I think it was always a part of my life. I started off writing poetry and started putting those poems to music, and that's kind of how it started.
And I heard you also moved around quite a bit, right? So you came from Alberta, I believe, and to Ontario. So did that affect your pursuit in music in any way?
I don't think so. If anything, it just made me focus on music more because I had a lot of time to sit in my room and to write and to sing YouTube karaoke until 4 o'clock in the morning. So I just spent a lot of time singing and writing.
And I remember watching your video of One Less Lonely Girl, but it was your rendition, One Less Lonely Boy, and I thought, wow, that's insanely good. And you got discovered from that too, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
So that was honestly the one thing that I did that wasn't to get any sort of reward out of it, it was just a fun thing that I did. Justin Bieber was just starting off in his career, and it was just starting to take off. And I thought it would be a cool idea to rewrite one of his songs, and I ended up launching my career essentially because the right person saw it, and I got a record deal out of it.
I remember hearing Alone Again on the radio and totally bumping to it all the time, and it even reached #1 on Mush Music, which put you right next to J-Lo and Lady Gaga. Did you expect this sort of reception coming from this single?
I expected absolutely nothing. It was my first single I had ever released, and I had no idea what to expect. So I didn't know what was considered normal. So honestly, when my label would call me and be like, good news, your favorite station ever is playing your song now, I would be like, oh my God, that's amazing. But I had no idea like what that actually meant. And of course now, like being in the industry, I know what a big deal that is. But at the time I was just like, oh, awesome. And I had no gauge. I was working at Tim Hortons. I was going to school. It's like I had no idea. So all of these amazing things were happening, and I didn't even understand at the time how colossal it was.
And currently, Dangerous is playing literally everywhere. I remember I stepped out of my car. I was listening to it on Kiss 92.5, and I stepped out of my car to go to the mall, and it was playing in the store, and I loved it because it's one of my favorite songs right now. How does it kind of weird hearing your music everywhere? Like, is it a little overwhelming at times?
I get so excited when I hear it. Someone tweeted me yesterday and said that it was on 3 different radio stations at the same time, and there's like no better thing for me. I feel like that's awesome. I just love when people get to hear the songs, and I get introduced to people who had never heard my music before. So the more people hear it and reach out to me, it's awesome.
And I think people are dying to know, what is the inspiration behind Dangerous?
There is a particular person in my life who I can't name, who tends to be a little bit narcissistic and I guess you could say psychotic. So she was definitely the influence for this song, and I used her to create a mythical character who is a very not kind person to be in a relationship with. But yeah, that's definitely modeled after someone.
And your album Phoenix is dropping on the 27th, right?
Yes.
Which is this Friday.
Yep.
So soon. So how would you describe it to someone looking into searching it up and possibly buying it?
It's very broken down, very unplugged, soft, powerful ballads that have a lot of meaning behind them. There's a lot of depth in the lyrics. The songs have a lot of substance, and if you're looking for something that isn't about heavy pop production and you just want a really beautiful song, that's what this album is. It's just the raw version of the song before it gets popified.
That's Alyssa Reid's new album dropping this Friday, November 27th, called Phoenix. Check it out.